Hello, Joanne. Let's begin your routine for about 25 minutes, where we will focus on strengthening the ligament around your spine that wraps your vertebrae to protect them, and also mobility in your hips, since that's what I saw from last class. Stand up with your feet hip distance, lengthen your spine, and start doing the spoon, which is tilting the pelvis forward. Let go, and then the spoon. Few times, keep doing this movement. Keep doing the movement. I will every now and then show you some bones to replicate the movement so you have an image of what happens. Think about your vertebrae going like this. And then notice if when you do the tilt or the spoon, if you feel like the back actually becomes longer. That's one way to look at it. Feel your abs, how they contract a little bit when you do the tilt, and how they collapse or they become bigger, your belly, when you release the spine. And now hold the spoon. External rotation. Rotate your legs outside from the femur up here. And then repeat. Let go of the pelvis, spoon. Let go, spoon. Relax your arms. Keep the spoon position and then roll down slowly. First your head. Keep the spoon while you roll down. And then if you can, touch the floor, only if you can. If not, stay halfway or a little more and then start to roll up. Feel the pelvis, making the spoon. Raise your arms, back extension. Bend your spine gently behind. Come back and lower your arms. Keep doing the same position, the same roll down. Just do it inside of your mat because we will have to walk. Stay down here. Feel how rounded your spine is. Tilt the pelvis and roll up. Tilt or spoon is the same. And now legs parallel. Roll down again, doing the spoon. Walk with your hands into inverted V. Hold the inverted V. Your feet far back. Your arms pushing the floor. Your knees slightly bent. Your pelvis facing up the ceiling. Hold it for a moment. Drop your head. Feel your shoulders. And now the low lunge. Right leg between your hands. Big step. You can go like this. Maybe if it's not very big at the beginning, you can push with your hand forward. The back behind is completely straight. The one in front is bent. Your hands like spider hands. And now bounce forward. 10. And then try to extend the knee as far as you can. It can be a small stretch, it's okay. Just while you become more and more accustomed to these positions where your hips are closer to your chest, that's already very good. If you can extend the knee completely, that's amazing. You stretch your hamstrings. And then come back to inverted V. Feel the difference, one leg and the other. Feel your shoulders and don't let them come, your shoulders, towards your ears. Breathe. And now left leg forward. You can help out with your hand if needed. Spider hands. Bounce the front leg. Bounce your pelvis up and down. This is for your elasticity. Elasticity only improves when we bounce or when we do movements like an elastic band, like a rubber band. Extend your knee as far as you can and wait here. Feel your chest close to your thigh. Come down as low as you can. And come back to inverted V. Bend your knees slightly. Lift up your pelvis. Shoulders away from your ears and let go of your head. Don't lift your head or don't press it down. Just let go. If you've been working for several hours, think about how long you've been either sitting or putting a lot of weight in your pelvic floor. Even when we are standing, we put weight on the pelvic floor. And we're normally like this, the pelvis is like this. And in this inverted V, you make an inversion of the organ weight. Now, repeat low lunge, right leg forward, bounce the front leg. Maybe bounce a little more, like bigger. Extend your knee. Breathe. Switch legs. Bounce the front leg. Elasticity. We are preparing the hips for what is coming. Inverted V. Mhm. Now the wave. Make sure your feet they're far back. Tilt the pelvis like the spoon, like you did before. Curl the spine into the plank. Lift the pelvis into the wave. Curl and move like a wave. Elongate your spine. Lift your pelvis. Curl. 3 waves. One more. Hold the plank. Pull your belly in and breathe. Lower your knees. Child pose. Open up your feet and your knees, and that's where you do the child pose to stretch. Keep stretching your hips, the front of your pelvis. And now stand up. First, do the inverted V. Walk with your hands, sorry, with your feet towards your hands. Roll up. Standing 90-90 lunge all the way down. Your arms or your hands in your waist, right leg behind, far back. Make sure the spine is centered. So you have to do the pelvic tilt again. This is something we repeat a lot. And then lower the back knee, your right knee, all the way down to the floor without leaning forward. You have to stay like you had a wall behind you. And now we go up. 1. Tilt your pelvis. And come up. One more. Stay down. Raise your right arm. Lower the left one. Side bend without losing the pelvic tilt. Center. Both arms in front on the inside of your leg. Lizard pose. Lift the back knee. Walk a little bit further with the front one. Open your left knee, your left foot, and then lower your forearms. Lower the back knee again, the right one. So the left knee is to the side, is externally rotated. This is for your hips. If the hips are tight, I hope I have a chance to explain more and more details about the hips. They're very important in the way we use our spine, and vice versa. The way we use our spine has an effect on the hips. Tight hips, they will always translate as something going wrong in the spine. So it's not convenient to have tight hips, especially if you work out a lot. They need to be bendy, open, free. So this is a position where you just stay. I will talk less on the other side. Come back to inverted V. This is where you get your pelvic floor relief. Walk with your feet towards your hands. Feel the pelvic tilt and slowly roll up. Left leg behind, both hands in your hips or your waist. Lower the back knee without shifting forward. Hold your spine. Touch the floor and then come up. One. Pulling your belly in. This is where we need the abs to be strong. Even though we're not doing a crunch, we are using the abs only if your spine is straight. Last time, stay down. Side bend. Left arm up, the other one down. If I do it in front, it would look like this. Looking up, stretching your armpit up to the ceiling, holding the pelvic tilt so you stretch. A line means it's a lot of muscles, it's not just one. So we're stretching the lateral line. And then center, lizard pose. Both hands forward. Walk with your right foot. Lift the back knee. Open the right side. Lower your forearms. Lower the back knee slowly. Feel the stretch. And let's wait for 4 cycles of breath. 1, 2, 3. Inhale through your nose. You can exhale through your mouth or nose, but do it slowly. 4 cycles. Inverted V. The relief of the pelvic floor. Keep your knees slightly bent, pelvis up, head down, without forcing your head. Release the weight. Also, the head is very heavy, so having it like this, it stretches your neck without pulling it. Deep squat now. Walk with your feet towards your hands. Open a little bit your feet. Bend your knees all the way down into the deep squat. Your arms inside and round your spine. If you have to lift your heels, that's okay. We have fascia everywhere. Fascia is connective tissue made of cells. Mainly, those cells have collagen and water, and they can become dry or sticky. But we can keep them hydrated with different types of movements and massage, rest. And one of the biggest fascia is here. So this is the one we have to really take care and have it as elastic and hydrated as possible. This is a very good exercise for this fascia. Now, lengthen the spine. Raise your arms. Now the spine is not rounded, it's long. And then curl back down, round. Let it melt. One more. Long. Spine straight. We strengthen the muscles when the spine is straight, and we stretch the muscles when you round. So we're doing the balance. And now sit. You can use one hand behind. Z sit, the right one behind, the right knee or the right hip. When that's why I wanted you to do a lot of hip movements first before doing this, because I remember the first time I saw you, your pelvis was like this or the spine was lifted. You didn't have this space in your spine, in your pelvis, to have a flat, neutral spine. So we will work on that. I know you're very disciplined, so if you keep doing this routine, I don't know if 2 months or a few months, not too much, you'll be able. So the side bend. The right, sorry, it's my left, so it should be your left too. The left leg is behind. We go into the side bend on your left. Side bend, looking up, and then spiral forward, gliding. Gliding means your bones glide inside the tissues of the fascia. Gliding, it's also another way to say mobility. But they call this gliding because it's so liquid. When the tissues are healthy, it's quite liquid. So it looks like a glide, like, when the kids slide down. When it's healthy, it looks like this, easy. When there are fibrosis, which means they become sticky, there's no gliding. There's like bumps. Tuk, 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 tuk. And you could find in your body that you have some fibrosis in some areas, that's for sure. Sometimes we have it in the hips. So we should do 8 of this. I think this is number 6. 7, 8. Amazing for your spine and the gliding of your scapula. Center the spine. Raise your arms, rotating your palms. Lower your arms and just staying here. It already has the effect of gravity, bringing your hips down, even if it's like this. Little by little, it'll calm down. This is more about repetition than forcing it. One more. Up and lower your hands on your knees. Pull your neck on one side, other side, and switch legs position. That's it. Now the right one behind. If you did it the other way around, doesn't matter. Notice the difference. Is your sit bone on this side more grounded? Does it stay on the floor? Or is it lifted like this? Just notice and then start doing the side bend, gliding forward or spiral. 1, 2. Relax your breath. Don't force the breath here. Wherever you want to inhale, it's fine. If you feel like inhaling here, go ahead. If you feel like inhaling here, go ahead. You could do this with your eyes closed and feel if the gliding is the same as the other side or if you find bumps on the road. We're moving a lot of bones here, so a lot of muscles also. Center. If I made a mistake, remember to count 8. Raise your arms. Keep your head slightly down. We're just putting weight on the hips so your sit bone comes down gently without forcing it too much. One more. Hands on your knees. Pull your neck on one side. Relax your jaw. Other side. Relax your jaw. And center. And now the angle stretch. Stretch your left side. Keep the right one forward. Reach, grab your foot. Side bends and hold. Making you bend your spine in so many angles. Because remember, we need the disc as soft and balanced as we can. So if you repeat one type of movement, for example, if you repeat on one side, you only squeeze one side. Tac, 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 tac. And that's usually when the imbalances of the spine, and then we get the hernias. So I'm making you move both sides and then forward and back, all the angles. So this is a side bend. Now bounce. When I make pauses and I explain something to you, you just hold the position. Keep doing the exercise. You don't have to stop. Bounce elastically and let go elastically. Other side. Hold your foot. Stay holding. Remember what I told you about the vertebrae, the importance of moving them in all of the directions. That is called multidirectional movement. This means that in one training, your spine should move in all of the directions. It's not healthy when you move only in one plane. And now bounce. If there's a feeling like numbness in your leg, in your toes, maybe don't do it so intensely. It means we're pinching something. It's not that bad, but we have to make a change. So maybe if you feel it, then maybe don't go too deep. Do it gently, like this. Notice your toes and your fingers. And center. Spoon, lying down. Lie down on your mat. And relax your arms. Knees bent. Pull your belly in into the spoon. Release. In, release. Make sure you use your deep muscles in your abs. You shouldn't be using your legs or your glutes. Only your pelvis, your pelvic muscles, pelvic floor, deep abdominals. There's another two muscles. I will explain about them more and more that are in the lumbar spine, the quadratus lumborum and the psoas. We use them when you do this, even if you don't know where they are or what they feel like. You use them in this position. Hold the belly tight. And now, diamond pose. Feet together, the soles of your feet. Open your knees. And now, the same exercise, the same spoon. Make sure you try to engage your pelvic floor into the spoon. pelvic floor are the muscles around the anus and the genitals around. So they are not those particular mm, parts, they are around that area. And they're big muscles too. And they're muscles like all the other muscles. They work always supporting. So they do a lot of work. We need to do exercise for them in two directions, relaxation and contraction. So contract from the inside and relax. Relaxing is a little bit like pushing. Contract and relax. Now close your knees. The eagle leg twist. Right leg on top of the left one. Twist your knees to your left. Open your arms and twist your neck to your right. Stay like this for a moment, checking how it feels. If there is some kind of numbness, come back and maybe do it again. Find another angle where it's more gentle, probably for your vertebrae. Come back slowly. Other side. You could do it with your hands like this, behind your head. I find it more comfortable for me, and also it feels like it stretches much more my tricep. So it's one option. You could have your arms open, or you could have your hands behind. This is a gentle twist. I'm trying not to make you twist too much, except when it's relaxing twist like this, just to be safe in your vertebrae. Now, the crunch. Arms up. Come into the crunch, which is not all the way up, just your scapula's up and your head. Pull your belly in. This is the most important. The belly and the pelvic floor. Lie down. Inhale. This is almost the only exercise where it's recommended to exhale through your mouth, like this, making a little bit of sound, like you're blowing a candle. That way of breathing engages your abdominals much more, it has more quality in the abdominal work. It's important to have very strong core muscles when the hernias are in the lumbar area. But at the same time, very important to know how to do good abdominals. So make sure you don't push your organs out. You pull them in like the spoon. And the pelvic floor up. Now hold your head, lie down, lift again, and twist side to side. Not too far. Focus on pulling your belly in. Keep twisting. And come back down. Arms up. Right leg up in 90-degree angle. Left leg 90-degree angle. Crunch. Pulling the belly in. Exhaling. Inhale. In case this is too much for your knees, maybe bend them a little bit. One more. Lower your knees, your head, and twist slowly. Relax your neck, twisting your neck to opposite direction than your knees. Very good also for after long hours of working. Very good to twist the pelvis. It relaxes your spine a lot and it increases your circulation in the lumbar fascia. Remember, that's where we have the most. It's one of the places where it's very thick. That means there's a lot of water to keep it hydrated in the back. Now come back, bend your knees, grab your knees and come up with one impulse. Stand up, triangle, stand. First, open your legs for about 1.5 meters, something like that. Pelvic tilt, arms opened. Left leg externally rotated. Sorry, it's my right. And shift your spine to the side. 1, come back. 2, 3. This is for your spine to keep moving the spine in different angles, but also for this, your inguinal ligaments to become more flexible in your hips. 8. Stay. It's not about going down, it's about reaching with your hand like you're trying to grab something. And come back. Rotate your foot. Now the left one to the side. Externally rotated. Shift. Center. Shift. Center. That's number 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And center. Bring your foot forward. Arms opened. Your spine flat. Lean forward. Let me do it on the side. So your back should look like a table, flat. This is to strengthen your back. Pull your belly in. This is where we need the abdominals to be really strong. Don't let your organs fall down. Pull them in. This is called bug arms. Bring your fingertips together like this and open. 1, 2, 3, 4. In case this is too much for your back, touch the floor and relax. If you can keep going, let's do a few more. But it's normal to feel your back. I'm making you do this to strengthen your lumbar spine. Now touch the floor, let go, relax your head, bend your elbows, and roll up. Tilt the pelvis. And rotate your legs until they're back to in neutral position. Roll down, tilt the pelvis, feel your back. And if you can touch the floor, stay down here. Stay a little longer. Breathe, relax the weight of your head. You can bend your knees. It's quite safe here if you bend. And start to roll up slowly, tilting the pelvis. And we finish for today. Keep repeating these exercises and see you very soon.